Hello, friends. It's been a couple days. I've been very busy enjoying the weather and doing all sorts of things, but I've been thinking about you every single day. And I'm back and I have some new books to read, so why don't we get started? The first story is called Where Are the Donkeys? All right. The second story that I'm going to read is called The Music of the City. Very interested. I'm excited to read these. And the last book that I'm going to read today is this one, The Woman Who Outshone the Sun. Now this book is in English and in Spanish. And these books are in English and Amharic. So we have some bilingual books, just like we've been reading before. I'm gonna try to read this in Spanish. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get started. The name of this book, again, is Where Are the Donkeys? Now, this book was written by Jane Kurtz, and there are a lot of illustrators. Now, illustrators are the people who draw the pictures, the artists. So the illustrators are the students from Havern School, Denver, Colorado, Washington Central Intermediate Art Club in Illinois, Washington, Illinois, African Caribbean Heritage Camp on June 28th. In Denver, and students from Wilson Elementary School in Corvallis, Oregon. Now it's also translated by Anlaku Eshiti and designed by Beth Crow. Excellent. So let's get started. Now this book is also from the Open Heart Big Dreams project, and you can find all of these Ready, Set, Go books on Amazon. There are a lot of great books. Beautiful stories, beautiful pictures, and so you can find them there. All right, where are the donkeys? Today I walked to town with my mother. I wanted to see donkeys. I saw a horse by a tree. I saw a bird in the tree. I saw a bug in the grass. I saw a bird looking at the bug. I did not see a donkey anywhere. Soon I saw people selling and shopping. I saw chickens everywhere. Chickens. 1, 2, 3 chickens. I saw a sheep looking at me. I did not see a donkey anywhere. We walked back home. I saw a sheep beside the road. I did not see a donkey anywhere. I saw a woman carrying wood. I saw a horse eating grass. We stopped at the place to get water. What did I see by the pump? Donkeys, donkeys, donkeys. I saw donkeys everywhere. There we go. Now, boys and girls, those water jugs, when they're filled with water, they're very, very heavy. They weigh about 47 pounds. That's a lot of weight. But these donkeys, they're very strong, and they can carry those attached to these wooden attachments. It's hard to even describe. I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, look at these donkeys. They're doing a lot of good work. They're helping out their families. All right. Now, let me tell you a little about this story. The author, her name is Jane Kurtz. So she wrote this story, and she wrote a little bit about donkeys. Donkeys have always lived in Ethiopia, helping people work for at least 5,000 years. Today, there are about 7 million hardworking donkeys in Ethiopia, more than in any other country in the world. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Wow. They carry people as well as water, wood, stones, grain, and many other important goods that need to be moved from one place to another. The Donkey Sanctuary runs several free veterinary clinics in 4 areas of Ethiopia, helping about 223,000 donkeys a year. They also hold demonstrations to show proper donkey treatment and have started animal welfare clubs in schools so that children will look for and care for this very important animal. That's very interesting, boys and girls. I learned something new. I did not know that there were 7, what did it say again? 7 million hard-working donkeys. It's a lot of donkeys. Excellent. I guess they were all carrying water that day, huh? All right, so that's the story. Where are the donkeys? Great. Now, the next story I'm going to read is called The Music of the City. And this was written by Jane Kurtz, the author, and the illustrator is April Phillips. Oh, it says here, Lori Rorabeck. Okay. And the translator is Amalaku Eshti and designer Beth Crow. And once again, this is an Open Hearts, Big Dreams project for Ethiopia Reads. And you can find this book also, along with other books, on Amazon. Music of the City. And this is also written in English and Amharic, just like the last book, Where Are the Donkeys? It is morning, the city wakes. Listen to the sound it makes. Cars rush by, engines hum. A train is rumbling like a drum. Heels click on the street. Feel the rhythm of donkeys' feet. Outside a shop, pots clang. Something crashes with a bang. Ooh. Sheep bleat, chickens cluck. Beep, 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 honks a truck. Prayers call out from domes and towers. Bees buzz on the flowers. Cats meow, dogs bark, birds sing in the park. All things have music, hear it play. What will be your song today? All right. Let's see. Now, about this story, Addis Ababa became the capital of Ethiopia in the 1890s when Menelik II became emperor of Ethiopia and chose a spot for a city to be named New Flower. Building houses would take a lot of wood, so the emperor looked for a fast-growing tree. Australia supplied eucalyptus trees that still grow along city streets and out in the countryside. Now, millions of people live in Addis Ababa, the biggest city in Ethiopia and one of the highest capitals anywhere in the world. In recent years, China has invested in building new roads, skyscrapers, and trains that carry at least 300,000 passengers an hour. Now, the author and illustrator, let's see, Barbara Oswald and Lori Rorabeck. There you go. Oh, they're sisters. Interesting. All right. What a great book. I love this book. It reminds me of Ethiopia, these pictures. It's beautiful. All right. And now, this is a favorite of mine. The Woman Who Outshone the Sun. La mujer que brillaba aún más que el sol. You know what? I don't think I'm going to read. I think I'll read it in English, actually, because my Spanish is a little rusty these days. Maybe I can practice a little more. I did practice, and I'm not feeling confident right now, but I'll try another time, okay? The day Lucia Zenteno arrived, everyone in the village was astonished. No one knew where she came from, yet they all saw that she was amazingly beautiful and that she brought thousands of dancing butterflies and brightly colored flowers on her skirts. She walked softly, yet with quiet dignity, her long, unbraided hair flowing behind her. A loyal iguana walked at her side. No one knew who she was, but they did know that nothing shone as brightly as Lucia Zenteno. Some people said that Lucia Zenteno outshone the sun. Others said that her glorious hair seemed to block out the light. Everyone felt a little afraid of someone so wonderful and yet so strange. There used to be a river that ran by the town, almost the same river that runs by there now. And people said that when Lucia Zenteno went there to bathe, the river fell in love with her. The water rose from its bed and began to flow through her shining black hair. When Lucia finished bathing, she would sit by the river and comb out her hair with a comb made from the wood of the mesquite tree. And when she did, the water, the fishes, and the otters would flow out of her hair and return to the river once more. The old people of the village said that although Lucia was different from them, she should be honored and treated with respect. She understood the ways of nature, they said, but some people did not listen to the elders. They were afraid of Lucia's powers, which they did not understand, and so they refused to answer Lucia's greetings or offer their friendship. They called her cruel names and spied on her day and night. Lucia did not return the meanness of the people. She kept to herself and continued to walk with her head held high. Her quiet dignity angered some of the people. They whispered that Lucia must be trying to harm them. People became more afraid of Lucia, and so they treated her more cruelly. Finally, they drove her from the village. Lucia went down to the river one last time to say goodbye. As always, the water rose to greet her and began to flow through her glorious hair. But this time, when she tried to comb the river out of her hair, the river would not leave her. And so, when Lucia Zenteno left the village, the river and the fishes and the otters went with her, leaving only a dry, winding riverbed, a serpent of sand where the water had been. Everyone saw that Lucia Zenteno was leaving and that the river, the fishes, and the otters were leaving with her. The people were filled with despair. They had never imagined that their beautiful river would ever leave them, no matter what they did. Where once there had been green trees and cool breezes, now no more rain fell. No birds sang, no otters played. The people and their animals suffered from thirst. People began to understand as never before how much the river, the fishes, the otters, even the trees and birds had meant to the village. They began to understand how much the river had loved Lucia Zenteno. The elders said that everyone must search for Lucia and beg her forgiveness. Some people did not want to come. They were too afraid, but when the drought continued, everyone finally agreed to follow the elders' advice. And so the whole village set out in search of Lucia. After many days of walking, the people found the iguana cave where Lucia had gone to seek refuge. Lucia was waiting for them, but they could not see her face. She had turned her back to the people. At first, no one dared say a word. Then 2 children called out, "Lucia, we have come to ask your forgiveness. Please have mercy on us and return our river." Lucia Zenteno turned and looked at the people. She saw their frightened, tired faces, and she felt compassion for them. At last, she spoke. "I will ask the river to return to you," she said. "But just as the river gives water to all who are thirsty, no matter who they are, so you must learn to treat everyone with kindness, even those who seem different from you." The people remembered how they had treated Lucia, and they hung their heads in shame. Seeing that the people were truly sorry for what they had done, Lucia returned with them to the village and began to comb out her hair. She combed out the water, she combed out the fishes, she combed out the otters, and she kept on combing until the river had returned once more to where it belonged. The people were overjoyed to have their river again. They poured water over themselves and over their animals. They jumped into the river and they laughed and cried with happiness. In all the excitement, no one noticed at first that Lucia had disappeared again. When the children asked the elders where she had gone, the elders replied that Lucia had not really left them. Though they would not be able to see her, she would always be there, guiding and protecting them, helping them to live with love and understanding in their hearts. What a beautiful story, isn't it? Excellent. So this story teaches us that we should treat everybody with love, respect, no matter how different you are, right? We talk a lot about that in school, that we're all the same, no matter where we come from, what we look like, the color of our skin, the color of our hair. We're all special, we're all unique, and we treat everyone with love, kindness, and respect. Excellent. Well, boys and girls, I want to ask you, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling tired? Maybe a little grumpy? Today, I'm feeling okay. I have a whole list of things that I have to take care of, and I didn't get everything done, but that's all right. So I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And blow it out. And that helps me relax. We talked about that before, remember? Take nice deep breaths to help your body slow down and relax. So let's do that. Let's do it together. I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose, and then we're going to blow it out of your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. All ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Blowing out a candle, right? Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Makes you feel better pretty quickly, right? All right. Well, boys and girls, I enjoyed reading 3 stories to you, and I will read some more books soon. I have some other books that I'm going through right now, and I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I'm sending big hugs, 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 lots of love. I miss you. I hope you're well, and I'm sending really good thoughts in the air. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.